Weather Impact Live. It's Friday evening.
Woo!
I am 10 Tampa Bay meteorologist James Gregorio.
And I'm 10 Tampa Bay meteorologist Colleen Campbell.
There we go. We're in the hot seats here for the next half an hour, almost half hour. Driving the ship here today on this Friday. So hopefully you had a great week. You made it to Friday evening. You had some fog this morning that we all kind of dealt with and contended with. And we still have a little more out there with some sea fog that's just hanging out.
Very stubborn, does not want to mix out, especially over at Clearwater. That was the same case yesterday, too.
Yeah, so it's still there. So we'll go to the maps and take a look. Tampa looks good. St. Pete looks good. Again, we're on Max 2. Clearwater shaping up well. You can see the sea fog there over Clearwater. Still kind of hanging in there, unfortunately. So it's been tough to dislodge, shall we say.
Yeah, they probably feel like they're living in a dream over in Clearwater.
Yeah,
it's a hazy kind of.
Yeah, you actually see it here too. Look at all that. Just kind of running down the coast a little bit. So kind of, not moving a whole heck of a lot on Futurecast. So this is at 11 o'clock tonight. And, finally it moves on out of here. Let me get rid of the telestration as we head in towards 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 o'clock, overnight hours. As we move towards 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, we're in the mid-50s. That wind turns a little more northeast.
Yeah, that kind of helps push it away.
Yep, kind of moving it away from the coast a little bit. And then heading in towards tomorrow morning, we're in the upper 60s. And then boom, as we slide in towards 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and then there it is. By 4 o'clock, we're close to 80 degrees tomorrow.
That's good, yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. That southwestern wind's back, though. So pumping up some of the moisture, pumping up the humidity a little bit with that southwestern wind.
Yeah.
And then as we head in towards your Saturday evening, look what's starting to come back a little bit.
Starting to see those clouds in the fog.
Yep, a little bit. And coming back into early Sunday morning. Moisture content increasing, humidity increasing as well. And it's noontime or so on Sunday, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, all quiet. And then there is that little frontal, that little rope trying to move on in here. So I'm not, this particular model wants to almost like bow it out a little bit, which I'm not really kind of buying that. But interesting nonetheless. So we've got some, those are some storms embedded in there. So we'll see if that fires up. Again, 6:30 evening, I think it's a little early. Again, this particular model wants to bring it in a little sooner than later.
Right.
Not really sure if I'm down with that.
Yeah, at least the models are in a little bit better of agreement because yesterday, the day before, the GFS, that was just out to sea. It was like waiting all through Monday to bring it through. The European aligning a little bit more. This is our in-house model, by the way, for everybody watching at home. But yeah, the timing a little bit closer, and that's why we were waiting for that weather impact alert too. We said, hey, we likely will issue one. We just wanted to make sure we could nail down the timing and everything.
And we still haven't totally nailed it down, but we got a better idea. It's been a little difficult. It's been a little all over the road, I guess. So again, I don't think 6:30 is. I think it's a little quick. I think it's a little soon. It's probably more like 8:30, shall we say? And then having that main line move through by 9 o'clock or so. Let me get rid of the telestration again. I feel like that's what I do all these days. And then by midnight, clearing Bradenton and practically clearing Sarasota by 11:20. That's pretty fast as well. So,
I definitely think we have enough buoyancy out there with the lift and all the warm air and how humid it is the last couple of days to, we could see some water spouts. I would just be aware, keep your alerts on your phone just in case. It's not going to be severe weather outbreak by any means, but this is the time of year when we do start to see, those water spouts that can easily, kind of come onto land here.
Right. So again, water
usually short-lived,
very weak, but obviously concerning nonetheless. So you just want to be mindful. I think it's probably a better bet for some, average thunderstorms maybe. I think the severe threat's level 1. So it's not huge, but it is there. There is some threat. It's
not zero.
It's not zero, exactly. So that's according to the Severe Storm Forecast Center. So, all right, so visibilities here as we head in towards your Saturday morning. Still dealing with a little bit of fog, south of the Tampa Bay area or South Bay, Bradenton, Sarasota. Visibility's reduced, but much better than where we've been running.
Improvements,
So 5 mile visibility versus where we were this morning is certainly better. And then it starts to mix out as we head towards 9 a.m. We're good. So nothing to really worry about there. Nothing to see here. So as we head through the day, all shaping up so much better. I mean, the fog was, and then notice what happens, Saturday night.
Yeah.
Dry's coming back a little bit. Look at that.
Yeah, with those southwesterly and southeasterly winds, especially along the coast, kind of those winds blowing over that warm Gulf once again. We have higher dew points. Absolutely could see at least some sea fog, if not that. Some of our southern counties, which usually we see the fog kind of settle in first across our northernmost counties, especially if we have that northwesterly wind.
Right. But this morning, very similar to this. Pasco County was basically fine this morning, while the Bay Area was still dealing with some of that fog. Look at that fog bank just zipping, along the Gulf, kind of hugging the coast. This is Sunday morning, really early, 4 a.m. or so, and then by noontime, it just kind of shoots past the Nature Coast and then does its thing. All right, great afternoon out there. You just came in a little while ago.
Yeah, beautiful.
I'm sure it was bright and sunny and.
It is. It's a little humid for me, but I feel like we went from, one side to the other.
Bone dry air.
Winter, cold, dry air to it's spring.
Right, exactly. But
just flip the switch.
It is nice. Lakeland, Plant City, near 80 degrees right now. Bartow and Frostproof, 80 or better.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, notice while we're seeing all that fog in Clearwater, we have those temperatures that are in the lower 60s
so it's
all along the coast.
Yeah, almost a 20-degree temperature difference.
Yeah, that's a big change.
Huge discrepancy from along the coast to what we're dealing with inland. So the longer I'm in the area, the more microclimate it seems. I'm like, really kind of depends. If you don't like the weather, wait 10 minutes or drive 10 miles.
Exactly.
Because big changes. So Crystal River's at 72, Frostproof's at 81, Port Manatee's at 59 degrees. So Port Manatee's actually cooler than the Gulf, which is at 62. So. Wow, what a erratic temperature map.
Yeah, but that's, that sea fog, everybody, I know people often wonder, like, why on a day like today? It's sunny inland, it's warm, but then you get closer to the coast. Clearwater has been dealing with the fog since yesterday, the sea fog. Well, look at the Gulf temperature and then look at Clearwater. It's only a degree difference. Usually that, range of a 5-degree difference is when we see that. And the lighter winds, too. That's certainly not helping to stir things.
Nope, not at all. All right, so Florida State Fair also going on.
Woo, yeah. So it's last weekend for it, right?
Yes, last weekend, this weekend. It is also, aside from the fair, if you want to go to one of our great state parks, you have free admission.
Oh, nice.
And which also includes pretty much free parking. If that is
President's Day?
For President's Day. Yeah, for this weekend. So through President's Day, which is Monday.
Okay.
So I'm going to try and get some mountain biking in on Monday. So.
Oh, yeah, you went last weekend, right?
I did.
How was it?
It was great. Alafaya State Park. It was awesome. So,
Yeah.
So Alafaya State Park, if you're going there by yourself in the car, it's $4. If you've got a car, whatever, I guess as many people as your car will hold, it's $5. So if it's like, whatever, if there's like, I don't know, 2 to 7 people, whatever. I mean, I know I can't.
You can rent bikes there, right?
You can rent bikes there. Yeah. I mean, so I actually have a buddy coming in from out of town. He'll rent a bike on Monday.
Okay.
And, we're going to go ride. So it'll be cool. Yeah. They did a really nice job there. Signage is great. Full-on bike shop in the park, so you can not only rent bikes, but if more issues than a flat tire or whatever. I mean, I think they could actually build a bike for you if you wanted to. I mean, if you needed that. So don't forget to bring your checkbook. All right, so marine forecast looks like this: northwestern winds at 5 to 10 knots, seas running about a foot. So really, the boating conditions are fantastic, other than the fog,
right?
Other than the sea fog. So again, really. Maybe light chop. I came over the Gandy earlier this morning, and it was pretty glassy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the Gandy's interesting because, south of the Gandy into what's left of South Tampa and into the Bay, it's often glacier than what you'll find north of the bridge and up towards the Howard Franklin.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
That part of the Bay seems to be a little more sheltered, a little more protected. So, all right. So, I hope you liked it because we might have a little bit of a pattern change. In a way, good stuff. I think we're talking about warmer weather and warmer air hanging around for most of us, which is great. You also notice that as we head out to the west, how warm it is in Denver, how warm it's been in Utah. They have had a horrible ski season this year because of this.
Right.
Because of this ridge, which has been in place all the way out here. So, that it's kind of been like that pretty much all winter. So the warm air has just been funneling up all the way under this ridge, and it's been just putting the kibosh on snow and the ski season.
Yeah.
So, having said that, we come back. We're going to take a look at, I think we'll have a live look from Breckenridge if we still have it up. But we're also going to be talking about some snow in the Sierra. We're also going to be talking about a winter igloo.
Oh.
How about that? I didn't make it, so, but.
Not making an igloo down here.
Yeah, the igloo is from South Boston. We'll talk more about it on the other side of the break.
This autumn, give your home the upgrade it deserves. Save up to 20% during California Closet's Autumn Upgrade event, making it easier than ever to transform your space with our select finishes. Whether it's a walk-in closet, home office, pantry, or garage, our designs are about more than organization. They're about creating space for what belongs. We call it practical magic, expert design that feels effortless. Visit one of our 3 Tampa Bay showrooms or schedule your complimentary consultation today at CaliforniaClosetsTampaBay.com.
With a fresh new look and over 60 years of keeping Floridians comfortable, Cool Today is the name to trust for fast same-day service. Cooling, plumbing, and electrical. Our friendly expert technicians take the hassle out of home repair today. And Cool Today is here for you tomorrow, too. That's why we're introducing a parts and labor warranty on select AC systems for a lifetime. For cooling, plumbing, or electrical service, get the best from today and for years to come. Cool Today.
Windows are created and installed with different levels of quality. Unique quality that can withstand the tropical climate. Our installers only install PGT custom windows and doors, so we are the go-to experts. Don't take my word for it. We have been named Best of Tampa Bay 3 years in a row, Reader's Choice in Sarasota 3 years in a row, and nationally recognized as Window and Door Dealer of the Year. Price is what you pay, but value is what you get. Give WeatherTight Windows a call today, and don't forget the cookies.
I was driving when a Ford pickup truck barreled into me from behind, sending me to the hospital.
I knew my husband was going to need an excellent attorney, so I called Dan Newland.
I'm so glad my wife called Dan. Dan really fought for me. He won my case and got me $650,000.
If you've been involved in a car accident, allow me to fight for you. Call me now at 813-888-8000.
Thanks, Dan, for winning my husband's case.
All right, everyone, welcome back here. Before we went to break, we were talking about the lack of snow out west here. But the Sierra and California is getting some snow, which is great news. So let's check it out here. We're going to take a live look outside. Oh, look at that. So it's looking pretty good. Yeah.
Valentine's weekend.
Yeah. This is a huge travel weekend.
Yeah.
The New York State kids have off this upcoming week.
Okay.
They always have like a winter break, President's Week, and all that. So, yeah, a little snowboarder there, ripping it up. How about that? Wow, it's pretty crowded.
Nice.
How about that? All right, so we do have some snow. We have a story about the lack of snow and the Sierra finally getting some snow as well. So,
I mean, even there, it doesn't look like it's a big pack of, fresh snow.
No, it's been pretty skied off, no doubt. But at least it's all covered, which I guess is an improvement compared to some resorts in Colorado and Utah and into the Wasatch and the Rockies as well. So, again, we're going to take a look at that fresh snow drawing crowds at some other California ski resorts.
Snow has returned to the Sierra. As drivers are taking it slow on the roads, ski resorts are welcoming the fresh powder and hoping they can give their snowmaking machines a break.
We were able to turn on the guns, and we've been blowing snow up here every time that it's cold enough for us to be able to do so. So we've been able to keep a nice fresh blanket on top of everything. That storm in January got us up to 100% open. That's every chairlift, every run. And we've just been waiting, and now Mother Nature's back once again, and it is snowing.
For locals, this midweek snow made for a perfect day on the mountain.
You just get a bunch of locals, and it's slow paced, and we enjoy it a lot more.
Visitors too say they were pleasantly surprised by the timing.
I think we got pretty lucky with the storm. Monday it wasn't snowing at all. It was actually pretty nice outside, like sunny. And then yesterday came in the storm, so we were riding and it was snowing. It was really cool. And then it's like all powdery out here today.
All right, pretty cool. It's like all powdery out there.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, there you go. So good stuff here. So we're going to keep with the winter theme, the frozen theme. We're going to go from the snow and the ski resorts we're going to flip coast. We're going to go from California to the East Coast, to Boston, to South Boston, or what they call Southie, for a snow igloo.
Yeah, it looks like they were completing this.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember they did a package on this when they were building it, so I guess now that it's done,
well, I think
I
think we have the package, so if we can roll that, that'd be great.
Ever ask yourself, how did I get here?
Come see my igloo.
This is one of those days.
Slippery.
It's your first thought when entering a homemade igloo.
It's still crazy. 12 feet wide by 8.5 feet tall.
All of it was fully assembled in 14 days by Jack Tarka and his friends in Southie.
Where on earth did you decide this is what I want to do? Actually, on the news.
They saw parents and their children building small igloos with cake pans.
Thursday night, we were discussing what kind of cake pans we were going to buy, and that turned into going bigger.
Those cake pans turned into 80 large bins that they filled with water.
Collectively, me and my roommates, we knew how to get the first row up. After that, no idea. Just totally winging it.
Much of their advice came from commenters on Instagram, from people following their daily videos of the build.
And right away, those generated over a few million views.
From there, more than 33 million over 10 days on Instagram.
Even on day 4, they were saying, where's day 6 and 7?
His landlord and neighbors have been supportive, even as they fight to keep it up.
Igloo maintenance is really important, and you need to come out every day.
Sometimes at 1 or 2 a.m.
And you need to reapply the ice that you've lost from the sun.
During the day, they use reflective tarps to block the sun. The hope is to make it to Saturday for a party with friends, family, and the neighborhood.
Like an igloo, like a block party, but with ice blocks.
It is. It's a block party. We might have to steal that from you. We haven't used that yet.
It's a chance to get outside and find the good, which is also the name of Tarka's mental health apparel company.
There's just been such a great community response, which is what I'm all about, what Find the Good is all about. And I think, too, like, I did this for my mental health.
Perhaps it may even be his next financial venture.
Just need 14 days in historically low temperatures.
In South Boston, I'm Mike Sullivan, WBZ News.
How about that?
Yeah, making the best out of it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, but you drive around, especially South Tampa, you see a lot of like cement, concrete ranches, like block ranches, and that's basically the same principle.
Yeah.
They're just blocks of ice.
Right.
So it's almost like cinder blocks, but they're not concrete. They're basically ice blocks, which they made, and they put them all together. And
I think that's like every kid's dream. You try to. There's been a couple snowstorms up north where we tried to dig out and we didn't have ice blocks, but just a pile of snow that you kind of dig under.
Yeah.
Which probably wasn't safe, but.
Probably not. We're glad you made it, though.
I made it.
There you go.
I am. Yeah.
What else did you do? Drink water from a hose?
Yeah.
And you survived. And you survived. See that? All right, we're going to take another quick break here, and when we get back, we'll talk more about the rest of your forecast. Valentine's Day tomorrow, as well as we do have a weather impact alert in place for Sunday. We'll talk about it coming up.
This autumn, give your home the upgrade it deserves. Save up to 20% during California Closet's Autumn Upgrade event, making it easier than ever to transform your space with our select finishes. Whether it's a walk-in closet, home office, pantry, or garage, our designs are about more than organization. They're about creating space for what belongs. We call it practical magic, expert design that feels effortless. Visit one of our 3 Tampa Bay showrooms or schedule your complimentary consultation today at CaliforniaClosetsTampaBay.com.
I was driving when an 18-wheeler turned in front of me. I locked up my brakes, bam, slid dead into the truck. Bloody and hurt, I was loaded into an ambulance, and that's when I put out my phone and called attorney Dan Newton. Dan jumped right on it. He was in my corner the whole way. He fought the fight from beginning to end and got me $1 million.
Involved in a car accident? Call me now at 813-888-8000.
Dan, your awesome team deserves 6 stars. Thank you for winning my case.
With a fresh new look and over 60 years of keeping Floridians comfortable, Cool Today is the name to trust for fast same-day service. Cooling, plumbing, and electrical. Our friendly expert technicians take the hassle out of home repair today. And Cool Today is here for you tomorrow, too. That's why we're introducing a parts and labor warranty on select AC systems for a lifetime. For cooling, plumbing, or electrical service, get the best from today and for years to come. Cool Today.
Jeopardy is for everybody.
That's amazing. Oh, yeah.
With players just like you.
Paramedic, retired teacher, psychiatrist.
I'm a little bit competitive.
That's the spirit.
Watch their victories.
We have a giant killer.
And heartbreaks.
Oh, no.
The next super champion could be anyone.
It's almost like a superhero origin story.
It could be you.
Oh, wow.
It's all happening on Jeopardy!
Jeopardy weeknights at 7:30, right here on 10 Tampa Bay.
All right, everyone, welcome back. And we talked about the snow and the ice and the fog that we had earlier. Let's talk about the rain potential and the drought, where we really do need the rain. So Futurecast has us, we talked about this briefly before, kind of bringing in that rain in that 7 o'clock time frame. Probably a little quick.
Yeah.
But just be mindful, be weather aware that come 5, 6 o'clock, especially come 5 o'clock in Hudson and Pasco County, coastal Pasco, then you move further southward into Pinellas and Hillsborough, 6, 7 o'clock dinner time, Sunday evening.
Yeah.
That, it could be go time.
Prime time, yeah.
Prime time for some of these showers and storms to fire up. And, this particular model wants to kind of bring the rain out of the Bay Area by 11:30, by Sunday night pretty much, before we hit Monday. Not buying that.
Yeah, that definitely really sped up.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
earlier we were looking at 2, 3 o'clock Monday. Now it's saying 11 p.m.
Right. So I think it's probably something like kind of moves in probably at 8, may linger to 2 or 3 a.m. That seems to make sense.
Yeah.
Certainly out of here by 6 a.m. And look at that. It's gone. Long gone by 3 a.m. So it's a little fast. All right. So Severe Storm Forecast Center has put us in a low risk for marginal 1 risk for scattered storms. That would be probably the biggest driver. Maybe some gusty winds as well. All right, so rainfall, boy, do we need this.
This looks promising.
This does look promising, no doubt. That's a good word. I think we're going to see half an inch to maybe an inch.
Yeah.
If we're lucky. Guidance, one of those storms a couple months ago, I think up in... Maybe it was in Pasco.
Yeah.
Yeah, where we had gotten like several inches of rain.
Yeah, I think Pasco, Hernando, Citrus County definitely could see upwards of an inch.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's fair. But again, I think it'll be sort of spotty in nature. Who gets an inch, inch and a half versus who might get a quarter inch.
Yeah.
All depending on how things line up. So hang in there. It is coming, which is certainly good news. If you're traveling, there is a storm moving up the East Coast. I mean, that's kind of part of the same system.
Right.
The northern fringe of that could get some snow. We'll see if there are a few flakes and flurries flying around in Jersey and Philly and the Delaware Valley. We'll see if that comes to fruition or not. And then, but the good news, look at the West Coast. There's a little more moisture, more snow in the Sierra. And look at that. Will we get some snow in Salt Lake and in Utah and into portions of Idaho and Montana? That looks pretty good. We haven't seen that a whole lot this winter. So look at that, little kind of pinwheeling around in Utah. Woo, and in Denver and Summit County and areas, boy, we really need that snow next week. So that'd be good news into the Dakotas as well. All right, we are going to fast forward just a little bit. Okay.